How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. You don't know stories? You've been rapping stories for rap for pages. Keep rapping stories about people who not too concerned. We got a lot of people in the ghetto, people on the block, people in the street. If y'all know what I know, follow me, and I'll take you to places where people are suffering. We got lame people, blind people. I mean,
hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
About music, there are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you won't report it. Don't take law in your hand for the real authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sanya.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, some going deep and deeper. Put in toto ichiki.
Let's say good morning and welcome to another brand new edition of the program from the Print News. Today, Monday, the 3rd day of August, and the year is 2026. We'd like to welcome all of you after a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's good to be back here on your radio to run you through those stories making headlines. And this is the Wendell Nimna and Esther Daku presentation. We're here to run you up to 12:30 this afternoon. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to all of you. It's good to be here this Monday. I'm glad that I can share what I have on my desk this morning.
Okay, folks, so that's it. We are here to run you through those stories making headlines in the print media. This program from the Print News is brought to you by Crab Stopper Liberia, Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction, and my Yuba and Sons Incorporated. They are one of the giants in the petroleum business in Liberia, and they've been around for more than 2 decades and stay providing quality services to the people of Liberia. In our studio this morning, Esther and I, together with our Radio LIB team, we'll be sharing with you the front page Africa newspaper. And Esther, what do you have on your desk?
The Inquiry newspaper.
Okay. So we will now run you through with the front page Africa, beginning with top stories. And this one says, "This is unacceptable." Inside the Environmental Protection Authority raid that exposed an illegal Chinese-owned gold mine using a banned chemical. Abraham Kurma, I hope you're on top of this because you have been given the responsibility now to, move on all illegal mining activities in the country. So I hope you are on top of this. Former 102 Liberia National Police, former head of the LDEA, Abraham Kroman. This falls within your purview. This is unacceptable. Inside the Environmental Protection Authority raid that exposed an illegal Chinese-owned gold mine using a banned chemical. Let's get to more top stories. Irreversible and unstoppable move declares support for Weah's 2023 presidential bid after ex-president's pronouncement. And then lastly, for top stories, labor issues, alien work permits denied, Labor Ministry rejects Mansa Resources application for foreign workers permits over gross violation. Others local advertisements as advertisement of vacancies. And let's get to the lead stories. Inside Liberia's cocaine scandal, where the people police became suspects. Who gave the order? We see the photograph of some top folks from the security sector. We see them all photographed here. We see the photograph of Inspector General Gregory Coleman, followed by some of the dismissed officers of the LFP. They are all photographed here. We also see the picture of the Senator of Bapolo County, former Finance Minister of Liberia, Amara Kone. But let's get a few lines from that story, folks. You have to bear with me. My voice is not too good. I'm trying to get from under the weather. All right, so I think my voice has improved for over the last few days.
Yeah,
But
you
let's
sound
let's
good.
see let's see whether we can take some lines from that story. It's very very interesting. And so, where is this story? Where is it? Oh my gosh, where is this story? I'm trying to make my way there. Okay, okay. So I'm right here, and the story says, picture the road before anyone officials want you for a van, a truck, and a truck in front and behind. Headlights doing the ordinary work of traffic, two marked Liberia National Police cruisers running escort in the dark for a shipment neither vehicle had any legitimate reason to be near. By the government's own account, that is how nearly 4 tons of cocaine, the largest quantity ever seized in Liberia's history, made its way forward Painesville. The officers riding beside it weren't on the cover. They weren't off duty. And according to Inspector General Gregory Coleman, they weren't acting alone. Coleman named them himself at a press briefing at the Ministry of Information. In the flight, controlled voice of a man choosing his words because the alternative was worse. Waddell W. Quabo, chief of the police highway patrol section, and Antonin T. Blade, chief of the financial crime division. We have identified key state actors who played a role in transporting, escorting the movement of these narcotic substances from the landing site to the holding ground using police vehicles as escorts, one in the front, one in the back, he said. Both men were picked up at police headquarters and, Coleman said, sent to court the same day. The first time Liberian authorities have accused their own serving officers of physically moving the drugs rather than simply looking the other way once the drugs were already in its cell block. Even the government cannot quite agree with itself on how it happened. The executive mansion's own account has the pair moving a consignment from Vincent Town on the bombing highway to vicinity of Mega Mart in Tinga Village, Painesville, a route that doesn't obviously line up with Coleman's description of an escort running from a coastal landing site to a holding ground. Nobody has reconciled the two versions publicly, and maybe nobody will. What isn't in dispute in the plainer fact underneath both accounts, officers whose entire job was enforcing Liberia's drug laws allegedly drove the cocaine to where it would be heading, and they were paid for the favor. Investigators say an envelope holding roughly 10,000 changed hands afterward at a security barracks. It's split among several people who'd had a hand in it, with 5,000 apiece landing in the pockets of Blay and Quabo. 6 weeks in the making, nobody can say Liberia wasn't one. Sometime in September 2025, someone inside the country's own security services sat down and wrote President Bouaka a memo that, read back now, feels almost cruel in its accuracy. Later obtained by the Monrovia outlet Front Page Africa, it told him plainly that traffickers had already gotten a foothold inside Liberia's anti narcotics agency and that the country was sliding toward becoming a narco state without urgent reform. For most of a year, nothing about that warning became public. It just sat there in a drawer somewhere, while the thing it predicted kept happening anyway. Then, on June 8th, screening officers at Rabat's International Airport noticed something wrong with boxes declared as Boulogne cubes and country cloth bound for Europe. Inside 198 compressed plates of cocaine, which is 237.6 kilograms, worth more than 90 million. It should have been the story of the year. Instead, nearly every principal suspect in the case was gone from the country because police finished the paperwork and it became a preview of something worse. 6 weeks later, on July 21, a joint task force kicked in the door of a house in Painesville and found what the June case had only hinted at 3,971 kilograms of processed cocaine, packed alongside GPS trackers, Starlink satellite terminals, diving suits, a drone, and firearms. The inventory of people who were expected to be doing this for a long time. Not once, Coleman said it wasn't luck that broke the case open. It was the end of a surveillance operation more than a year in the running, led by the National Security Agency and cleared for takedown by the National Security Council after an earlier attempt to fly the drugs in Hatfield and the traffickers simply switched to bringing them ashore by sea instead. Five agencies, one signature. We'll leave the story right there. We don't have much time.
Mm-hmm.
We will take one more story from the front page African newspaper, and then we send controls to Esther. Before he was dismissed by President Bouaka last week, Mark Egon Kuya tried to clear the ship Liberian government now suspects. Adrift in lies. Inside dismissed RA deputy secret letter seeking SOS for mysterious ship spotted in Liberia. And I'm telling you, the cartel in this country, they are already working. Oh, the cartel, they are working. I'm telling you. Well, let's take our final story, then we send controls to Esther for more developments from the Inquirer newspaper. We're trying to get to our final story here this morning from the front page Africa newspaper. And this is going to be our final story. 2.5 weeks before his name became public as one of the officials swept up in Liberia's cocaine purge, Mark Egon Kuya put his signature on a letter that reads, in hindsight, like the opening scene of the story that followed, dated July 13 and addressed to the administration of the Liberia Maritime Authority. It was written not in his capacity as an airport operations deputy, but as registered agent for a company called Madras Group of Companies Incorporated, a road front page Africa had not previously known him to hold. The letter, which this newspaper has obtained, described a vessel in trouble. We wish to notify you that the said vessel is in distress at sea due to loss of engine performance, Kuya wrote. The loss in engine performance is said to be caused by external obstruction affecting the vessel's propeller. As a result, the vessel has severely reduced maneuverability and it's unable to maintain normal speed. On the strength of that account, he asked Lima, that's the Liberia Maritime Authority, to grant the ship all laws, all privileges under national and international maritime laws to make for the free port of Monrovia or to anchor as it approached on July 14, so that divers and lubricants could be brought out to it. He asked. Two, that other mariners be warned to keep their distance, given the vessel's limited ability to maneuver. He signed off simply thanks in advance. It did not work. The fact of the matter is, we didn't grant any clearance, especially at the time when the vessel was in Sierra Leone. A government official told Front Page Africa on condition of anonymity, describing Lehman's reasoning. How could it be in distress? You say you are in distress, but you are in Sierra Leone. But the vessel had not yet docked in Liberia. We just could not honor that request. It is a small, almost bureaucratic detail. It out a request denied on a technicality of geographic that turns out in the context of everything since to be the first thread in story Lima had no way of knowing it was pulling on. The rejected letter might have ended there, a dead file in a maritime authority's records. If not for what investigators say happened next, Front Page Africa has learned that authorities are now examining reports that a smaller vessel approached the IB Atlantic in the days that followed and was given attempting to turn to throw something aboard it. I'm sorry, that to throw something aboard it. An act that, if confirmed, would turn a story about a slow moving disabled cargo ship into something considerably more deliberately. Officials have not said what was allegedly thrown, who was aboard the smaller boat, or whether the attempt succeeded, but it is pricelessly the kind of detail that changes how a distress call gets read in retrospect. Not a ship in trouble asking for help, but a ship waiting at a fixed and monitor position for something or someone to reach it. Esther, let me stop right here because of time and then send controls to you to continue with the dailies.
Thank you. The deal is right here before me, and we'll read some lines. It says, for the top story, Liberia survives U.S. visa-borne crackdown. 30 African nations hate. Liberia survives U.S. visa-borne crackdown. 30 African nations hate. Liberia has emerged as one of the few African countries spared from a new United States visa-borne program that could require travelers from dozens of countries to pay as much as 20,000 before obtaining a U.S. business or tourist visa. This regulation, according to observers, could significantly increase visa application traffic at the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia. The new policy announced by the U.S. authorities affects travelers from 50 countries worldwide, including 30 African countries, but Liberia is not among the countries listed. Under the program, applicants from affected countries may be required to post a refundable visa bond of up to 20,000 before their visas are issued. The money will be refunded only if the visitor departs the United States before the visa expires and fully complies with all immigration requirements, as travelers who overstay their visas or violate visa conditions risk losing the entire bond. The move is intended to strengthen compliance in U.S. immigration rules and discourage visa overstays, but it is expected to create additional financial hurdles for a completion. Is right here on page 10. Let's run there quickly and bring some more lines. And where is it? Travelers from the affected countries. Among the African nations covered by the program are Nigeria, Algeria, Angola, Benin, Botswana, Burundi, Cabo Verde, the Central African Republic, Cote d'Ivoire, Djibouti, Ethiopia, and Gabon. Others are the Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Lesotho, Malawi, Mauritania, Mauritius, Mozambique, Namibia, Sao Tome and Principe, Senegal, Seychelles, Tanzania, Togo, Tunisia, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. As one of the U.S. visa processing hubs in Africa, Monrovia could see a rise in visa-related activities as applicants from the neighboring countries that are not served by the U.S. visa processing hub may choose to submit their applications through Liberia. The expected increase in applicants would translate into higher demand for travel accommodation, transportation, and other services linked to visa processing, potentially generating additional economic activity for businesses operating around the capital. Immigration and travel observers say Liberia may also enhance as a regional destination, particularly if applicants seek where processing is more accessible. While the new visa bond policy has sparked concern across many affected countries because of its potentially high financial costs, Liberia travelers remain outside the scope of the program for now, meaning they will continue to follow the existing U.S. visa application process without additional bond requirement. The U.S. government has indicated that the bond requirement applies only to designated countries and is aimed to improving compliance with U.S. immigration laws. Officials have also stressed that the bond is refundable for travelers who obey the terms of their visas and leave the United States within the authorized period. For Liberia, the development represents both a diplomatic relief and a potential opportunity to play a larger role as a regional visa processing center, even as thousands of travelers across Africa face the prospect of meeting a costly new requirement before they can visit the United States. Well, that's the story. Let's look up more stories this morning. Remove, dismiss employees linked to narcotics from government payroll. Good.
Hmm.
Remove, remove dismissed employees linked to narcotics from government payroll. CSA mandates. The Civil Service Agency has ordered all government ministries, agencies, and commissions to immediately dismiss and remove from the national payroll public on a national payroll, public employees named in President Joseph Boaká's sweeping crackdown on alleged narcotics-related activities. The director followed President Boaká's recent announcement ordering the dismissal, suspension, and investigation of several public officials and government employees allegedly linked to drug-related offenses, signaling with what he described as a zero-tolerance approach to narcotics within the public sector. Endorsing the president's action, the CSA over the weekend instructed every government institution, imploring civil servants affected by the president's decision to begin without delay the formal dismissal process in line with the civil service standing orders and establish human resource management regulations. The agency further ordered affected institutions to submit executed dismissal letters and all supporting personnel record immediately after the administrative process is completed. Let's see more stories here this morning. US 5 million lawsuit hangs over EPS director. A former chief of intelligence and counter-surveillance at the Executive Protection Service, Edward K. Dawolo, has threatened legal action against EPS Director Sam Gay, demanding reinstatement and US 5 million in damages for what he contends was an unlawful dismissal. The case raises questions about procedure, accountability within the Liberia security apparatus, and highlights alleged violations of constitutional due process protections. The legal demand issued by the International Group of Legal Advocates and Consultants Incorporated on July 29, 2026 accuses the EPS leadership of violating Liberia's 1986 constitution, the institution's standard operating procedure, and internationally accepted principles of due process. The timing and circumstances of Dawolo's termination from the crux of his legal complaint. According to documents attached to the case, Dawolo was assigned to lead intelligence operation for President Joseph Boakar's official visit to Riverside County on August 11 to 12, 2024. Yet the former dismissal letter signed by EPS Human Resource Section head Patrick B. Morban was backdated to August 4, 2024, and Dawolo was not officially informed of his termination until August 13, 2024, one day after the presidential assignment concluded. Representing Dawolo, Councillor at Law Mark A. Colley argues that his sequence demonstrates the implausibility of completion is at page 10. Would not go long. Let's just complete that. Said we will allow, we allow it to update official. Okay, that's not the story. Sorry. The security threat allegations. If our client had truly been considered a threat to national security and the president, he would not have been entrusted with leading intelligence operations for a presidential trip occurring days after the date on his dismissal letter, the legal team wrote. But let's leave you here and look at the back page of this paper. We have a few stories there. We have Africa must rise, Africans must build it. If Africa must rise, Africans must build it. Waka challenges investors at at Ghana's first Atlantic Bank opening. Okay, that's the new bank, and this is right here at the back page of this paper. If Africa must rise, Africans must build it. Waka challenges investors at Ghana's first Atlantic Bank opening. And then we see AFL in AFL recruitment process, over 500 fake certificates surface, hundreds disqualified. The Armed Forces of Liberia has uncovered more than 500 forged academic certificates and other fraudulent documents during its ongoing 2026 nationwide recruitment exercise. The latest disclosure exposed what the military leadership described as a major attempt to beat the country's enlistment system with fake credentials. The alarming discovery was made during the AFL's comprehensive vetting process, which began on July 5 and is launched to end on August 15, 2026. As the screening exercise has placed every applicant's academic qualifications and supporting documents under intense scrutiny, the military disclosed the applicants who submitted forged West Africa Examination Council certificates and other falsified credentials have been immediately disqualified from the recruitment process, stressing that there will be no exceptions for those found attempting to deceive the military. The revelation has heightened concern over the growing use of fake academic credentials by individuals seeking employment, particularly in public institutions where integrity and competence remain essential requirements. The AFL said its verification teams are continuing to examine applicants' documents, authenticate academic records, and contact references listed on application forms to ensure that only genuine candidates remain in the recruitment process. Let's leave you there. We see right here the photograph of the PHP Park. It says Rotten PHP Park or PHP Sports Park. The PHP Sports Park is deteriorating by the day.
Mm.
Less than 3 years after its dedication in Monrovia, the facility was constructed at a reported cost of US 7 million during the administration of former President George Weah. That's it, Wendell.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of Esther Daku, who brought us the Inquirer newspaper. And folks, we about to recap those stories we brought to you. When we come back, we will definitely run through our talking points and also highlight your comments. I'm told Aliyu Masale is watching. Gauss Koma is also watching. All of you watching us, we will get to the comments and read them out. Our friend and brother, there in Minnesota, is also watching this live podcast. Francis Daddy Nyanko Mumble. Welcome to the show, my dear brother. Okay, so let's recap for you the stories we brought to you this morning, beginning with the front page Africa top stories. This is unacceptable inside the Environmental Protection Authority raid that exposed an illegal Chinese owned gold mine using a banned chemical. And let's get to politics. Irreversible and unstoppable move declares support for Weah's 2029 presidential bid after ex-president's pronouncement. And lastly, for top stories, alien work permits denied. Labor Ministry rejects Mansa Resources application for foreign workers permits over gross violation and others local advertisement of vacancies. These are the lead stories inside Liberia's cocaine scandal, where the police became suspects. Who gave the order? Is the question mark to this caption. And then lastly, before he was dismissed by President Waka last week, Mark Igon Kuya tried to clear the ship Liberian government now suspects adrift in lies. Inside dismissed RIA deputy's secret letter seeking SOS for mysterious ship spotted in Liberia. And that does it for the front page Africa. The Inquirer is next. Liberia survives U.S. visa bond crackdown, and 30 African nations hate. Remove dismiss employees linked to narcotics from government payroll. CSA mandates.
Mm.
Josiah, you said need to be fired. All right, you know you violated the code of conduct the other day, and so that also warrants your dismissal. So you yourself you need to go. And lastly, for the front page, U.S. 5 million lawsuit hangs over EPS boss or director Sam Gay. The back page, let's see what we have there. If Africa must rise and Africa must build it, that's African must build it. Waka challenges investors at Ghana's first Atlantic Bank opening. And then lastly, for the back page of the Inquirer newspaper, in AFL recruitment process, over 500 fake certificates surface and hundreds disqualified. Well, folks, that's all we can take from the recap. Let's take a break, our regular break, take word from our sponsors. And when we come back here on the show, we will bring you our talking points this morning. But let's take our break and be right back.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante side justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sire, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sire.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, son, going deep and deeper. Put in thought to each.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you again to our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia, Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. Esther, too many things to talk about this morning, too many interesting stories we read this morning.
Yeah.
And the biggest story in our country right now is this cocaine thing. I don't know. The inspector general of the Liberia National Police said there are, serious stakeholders. I mean, big hands that are involved. But we are yet to know who are those big hands. So where are we as a country? From 90 million to 300 and some more million worth of cocaine in our country. And we've been told that there are more in this country.
Mhm.
All right. But what is so alarming is the assertion made the other day by the inspector general that some big hands are attached.
Well, those big hands need to come out
How do
because you first of all you can't continue to keep them. If you know that there are big hands involved, it means you know those big hands. And so we don't know what's stopping you from letting the public know who are those big hands, Wendell. You know, I know this, Wendell. It is not possible to have the amount of drug that we have in this country, being imported by regular, ordinary business people. It's not possible. I'm not saying regular business people are not involved with drugs.
hmm
I am saying there are people protecting them. How did they get this far? How did we have the amount of consignment that was caught? It means big hands are involved. How did they get through our free port? How did they get to the airport and all of that? So these are the questions. The first consignment left. How did they leave? Did it not go on scrutiny? How did those people who have the plane allow? I mean, just all of that. You have traveled before here at the Rabat International Airport. You know how it is. They do checking. They will even tell you to take out your shoes and all for them to look
hmm
in your shoes. So I mean, how is it happening? You guys know what's going on.
You
We
know
hope that you guys are
that
able to come out clear with this
you
whole thing.
know if Joseph Waka wants to you know,
Mm-hmm.
boost the morale of his government. I think those who are involved need to be brought to book because precedent must be set,
Mm-hmm.
so it can serve as a deterrent.
Yeah.
Because Esther, if we keep hiding or we keep shielding these, corrupt individuals who are linked to this drug cartel,
Yeah.
it means that we are headed for more danger.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think the best thing the government can do now, because this drug thing, I've already made this government popular. I don't know whether you have taken notice of
Of
that.
course. Mm-hmm.
It have made the government unpopular since the $90 million cocaine, because that was one of the things that brought them to power.
Mm-hmm.
That the previous regime was involved into drug trafficking,
Of course.
so they used that as one of the means of getting them to power.
Mm-hmm.
And now, under their watch, we have seen highest, the highest ever recorded in the history of Liberia
Mm-hmm.
to come under the Joseph Boakai government. The first time it was George Weah, it was 100 million. And then the 100 million time finished. They used the 100 million noise to bring them to power.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are there. The first one that got busted, 19 million. From 19 million, we're talking about 300 plus million. So it triple what George Weah brought into the country, as they claim.
Mm-hmm.
But folks, we have with us, we need to get to our man. He's here to make his import on the show, Aliyu Masale. Aliyu Masale is on the line. So let's give Aliyu few time to say what is on his mind. Aliyu, good morning from our end.
Good morning, Mr. Lime. Good morning, Esther. And good morning, Mama Labria Ali Masade. Glad to be here this morning, Mr. Lime. It has been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah. Of
Dado, I
course.
know I will soon share your hand, so that I won't talk it.
Yeah, man. I need to find time to come to the station there so we can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that the country is treating you well. Mm.
Oh, can't complain. That's Labria now we inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to be home.
Okay.
But
Good.
Mr. Lime has everything.
Well, everything is okay. Aliyu, I always told you that for me, when I go to bed and wake up the next morning, everything is okay.
Okay.
I'm telling you, whether I don't have it, I have it. Once I have life, I know
Yes, been
that
gone.
I can get it. So I'm okay this
Oh,
morning. So
can
what's
you
up?
guys hear me clear?
Yes,
You
we
are
can hear
very
you
clear. So
loud and clear.
what are you up to? We are here. You want to make your import to talk about the assertion made by the Inspector General of Police that there are big hands who are connected to this 300 plus $1 million worth of cocaine.
Mr. Nimne, the issue here,
Oh, we just lost Aliyu. Hope we can get him back. Is
Yes,
he still on?
we can
Okay, we'll
invite.
get Aliyu back. But folks, that's a
So he's
very
back.
okay. Aliyu, you can take few
yes,
minutes. Yeah, let's
yes, I'm
give you.
sorry.
All right, go ahead.
Like
Let's.
I was saying,
Mm,
this issue about the whole cooking business, this government have to be serious
Mhm.
because you can have the inspector general of the country speaking, and this is not his first time. This is very common. 10 times saying this. Even when he appeared before the Senate, he made the same statement. He said, "Those things you're seeing out there, do you believe the person I might not cook in this country?" Those were things he was saying when he appeared before the Senate. He said there is no way that you will get a $19.2 million worth of cocaine coming to the country without higher up being involved. He said there are big people in government involved into this, and we're going to make sure the public will know these people. He said it when he appeared before the Senate, and he has said this thing repeated 3 times now, and nothing the president has done about it. Or president or government that came to fight drugs, and you get your inspector general telling the country and the whole world that there are higher ups, there are bigger people in government that are involved into this. What will you do as a president? Immediately the police IG, you don't need to call him along with the justice minister. This is what the IG said. You need to show these people. You can't just come out and speak without having evidence as a police IG. You can't say, oh yeah, the man misspoke this and that. No. You cannot say one thing three different times, separate occasions, and you say, oh, the man misspoke, it was a mistake he made. No. And today I saw, I mean, few days ago, I saw something in Liberia saying, oh, yeah, the man was talking about people from the former administration. I don't know why this government is doing everything to implicate the former administration into this whole cooking business. And you looking at your code document stated that this cartel was established in September of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
The stream clean and landed of in Maryland, they came to RIA, and then you went to Sierra Leone. That was their consignment and they brought in. Your code document is saying this thing. And then still you want to implicate the previous administration. Yes, we know doing any administration just into this country, she took responsibility. During George Weah administration, Cookie was in the country, $100 million worth of drugs into this country. He was arrested and destroyed. We know how he came to the country. They arrested him. They didn't leave the port to go and start eating people houses and use clothes. Like we are seeing this one today. No. But every now and then, $100 million worth of drugs into the country. Yes, they came. They were arrested. They didn't leave the port for them to go and put it in people's houses. Then every now and then, May 22nd, you people exported $8 million worth of cocaine. June 8th, $119.2 million, you people were involved to export that one. And now see the one that had been busted again. And see, even my hometown, Rossville, had the government tell the Liberian people that 2 barrels of meth were busted and arrested in Rossville, and who were those people involved? They haven't said that to the public. No. This was America. You get the police ID telling the country, oh yes, we get higher ups in government involved. Immediately, Donald Trump calling for questioning. You people listening, you're watching what happening in America. There are so many drugs in America with all their sophistication, day and night. The cartel, they are bringing drugs into that country through the border, through the airport, through the seaport, through the tunnel. But you can see that the government is fighting, bumping both overseas until not to bring drugs into that country. Small country like Liberia, 5 million population, you can hold your nose you fast. Putting all the money into NSC, where America not give us intelligence, there is nothing we can do. Everything we do, America had to give us intelligence to say, oh, this is happening, that is happening before we can move. What is the NSA doing?
Okay, Aliyu, we will have to hold you there.
It is just frustrating for us to see this kind of thing happening.
Okay.
So if this government was really serious, and now the president have called Gregory Woman, the justice minister, for him to show those higher ups. Because you can't be grabbing other people, carrying them, and you know they are higher ups, and you are covering them. And this is what I said. Nobody should say, let's bring the security, let me are not doing anything. We should be grateful to God for the American government by giving us intelligence and forcing the government to go to these places and get these drugs out. Other than that, by now they are doing that normal business, they stay importing and exporting.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Nick. I hope the station will be okay so I can be coming on. Yes, because I tried logging in since this morning I woke up, it's not going through.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
Well, Aliyu, I think we love to have your physical self here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you gotta come.
So Aliyu, you are here now, so you gotta continue your job. You just have an hour, 30 minutes. So please, we need you here. And Esther, you see, we keep making mistakes in this country. Look, I have a problem with the president. Mr. President, I do agree that it is your constitutional right to hire and fire.
Of course.
Well, you see, this kind of kids, you don't just get up and dismiss people, right? Let's agree that it's alleged Wendell have some connection to the drugs. Uh, all you need to do is to what? Tell Wendell, you will have to leave your job and will subject you to what? Investigation. Okay, we have to take you from the job for now. We're not dismissing you, but you have to go and clear your side. Because, mind you,
Mhm.
in the security area or in every other areas, there are chain of command.
Of course.
You take instruction from your bosses, right?
Yeah.
So the two police officers that got dismissed, Waddell Quabo and my cousin Anthony Blake, these people were to be, uh, you know, call them and say, look, this is the situation. You guys, it's alleged that you have some connection to this drug thing. But what we'll do, you'll have to leave the job for now, go and clear yourself.
Mhm.
But you dismiss the person and that man goes for investigation and the investigation found out that he has no connection. He was taking instruction. So you will have to reinstate the person. So you can't just go and dismiss. You can dismiss presidential appointees. That one I don't have a problem with them. That's the president's responsibility. He get in the job. He can take it from them when he's not satisfied.
Of course.
All right. You don't have to tell you say I will. I would send you to it. The president can dismiss you at the same time, subject you to an investigation.
Of course.
But these police guys, I don't want to believe that they did what they did on their own because Kwabo, who is the head of Highway Patrol, you know, he led the escort.
So what do you think should happen to them?
Esther, or you can disrobe them, all right,
Okay.
and subject them to an investigation. And following the investigation, if they are found guilty, they can be dismissed and whatever penalty they faced.
Okay.
But why have they go now and the investigation cleared and say, my man, you ain't do nothing yet. You'll go by the work. And you already dismissed them. That similar thing happening now with this EPS boss and one of the senior
MK?
guys who was dismissed illegally.
Of course.
He's threatening a US $5 million lawsuit against the EPS boss for illegal dismissal.
Of course.
So we got to be very careful. We're not saying that all the people here they're not inside or they are here inside. But you dismiss them now and tomorrow the investigation cleared them. You see, this country we keep
You will
setting
get that
bad.
job back?
Yeah, you keep setting bad precedent. You,
will
keep
pay
setting
them.
bad
You will pay
precedent.
them for the time they sat home for and all of that.
Similar thing that happened with people who were serving attorney positions. They were removed from their attorney positions and then later on they were compensated. Don't talk plenty. We didn't want you there. Just go sit down, but we'll give you small money.
Yeah. Of course.
But those big hands, look, those big hands, you think to go after them are easy thing? You already saying the men are big hands. The man sits and wine with and he dining with the president.
Mhm.
Katumo Baga will be there. You go tell your children.
Hell
Those
no.
BB names and the calling. You think they will be brave to go and expose them? Because the people know themselves. You think why the IG said they are big hands involved? They know them. And I'm quite sure by now those names of the big hands, the president of Liberia should be aware. He knows them. And all of them know who are the big hands. But one of the smaller features we see the catching around here, what are the big ones? They are untouchable. You can't do nothing to them. So it's not easy, but we need to set precedent. That is, we need to set precedent in our country. When will we come up to say, look, the mayor because he got connected, look, let's nail him because he was found guilty? Well, you need to do it. Put all friendship aside, put all political business aside, family affiliation and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Put your country first. If we really want to clean our country to make sure this country is drugs free, these are steps that we need to take. But we continue to shield people. We continue to keep people, hide them because they are our friends. We got connection to them. The drugs thing have already made the government popular. If tomorrow was voting day, I would say to Unity Party, you start packing your bags. I'm telling you, Esther, I was in conversation with even some of the folks that supported this government, that brought them to power, how frustrated they are. That the things that they said were bad yesterday, they are practicing it today, and the president is not doing anything about it.
Right.
But let's say if we have some comments, like take a few comments and a few calls, and then we go home. But it's sad for our country. This drugs thing, we gotta fight it. Let's expose those who are involved. Let's bring them to book.
Right. And that should be the goal. Well, let's look at the comment section we have here. We have uh, Bapin Paul Lee. He says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm watching from Johnsonville." Clarence Dwyer says, "The PHP Park was constructed by George Weah. What better do you expect from Joseph Bogart?" We have Felicia T. Swan. She says, "Good morning, Wendell and my mom, Esther. I'm following from Bannersville, Billboard Speaker District. Thanks for the show. Please share." And then we have Solomon Bakari. She says, "Good morning, Freedom Family. My Mr.
Good morning
Nina
to you,
and Miss
Solomon.
Taku. I am following the show. Keep up the good work."
Good morning, Solomon. I saw your message, and I will get back to your message. Thank you.
Good morning. We have K. Kalipasi who says, Wendell, I disagree with you on this one. I don't know which one exactly, but and she again says, you have the right to refuse unsafe work. Clarence Dwell, okay, I think she's talking about the dismissal stuff you're talking about. I think
Oh,
that's what she's referring to. We have Clarence again says Joseph Boakai only occupies the presidency. Gary Coleman, the justice minister, and Sam Gay are the decision makers. Nothing gonna come out of this cooking case, especially when Gary Coleman is in charge of the so-called investigation. Only people with limited connections will be punished, while the mean criminals are being protected. Long live George Weah and God bless the CDC. We have Roslyn B. Morris is listening. We have Washington Dolo. He says, "Good morning. I'm watching from Banga City, Bon County, Liberia." We have uh, Kadi passed away. She again says, "That's why the two officers should have refused and resigned because of the country." We have E. Benjamin Silly says, "I'm E. Benjamin Silly following from Congo Town." We have Poka Robert. He says, "Good afternoon, my great hard-working Freedom FM family." So far, Wendell, these are all the comments. We just have
okay.
watching.
Thank you, there, Esther, for always running us through the comments section. Today marks the birthday of a little brother of mine. Uh, my son, I call him. He's a son of mine, Robert Jawan. Robert Jawan is known as Pekin J. He represents the borough of Newcastle. The one and only Pekin J in Newcastle celebrates his birthday today. So Pekin J, my boy, happy birthday to you. I got a bottle of soda for you today, so count on me for a bottle of soda. Well, let's get to the phone lines. Call us on 0776. I'm not taking calls on my phone, so I'm using my phone to Facebook, so I'm not taking calls on my phone. So please take note of that. Nobody should call me on my phone. You want to call, you call the station lines. So let's begin with the call 0776 104 104 086 500 104. We have a new system. We're trying to get used to this system, and so we are using our phones this morning to get to some of the work that we are doing. So every any call from our phone will interrupt what we're doing. Well, let's take this person. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to the show, sir. I guess this is Spencer Mohammed.
Thank you. With that, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call on the local phone here. West Ham community, member of concern like Brother for Justice. When they thank you this morning, and also good morning to Esther in that. With that, I'm thank you very much for your excellent deliberation this morning. With that,
Mm.
my attention has been drawn to this just issue.
Mm-hmm.
In a country where this director, according to Front Page Africa, it instructed a senior government official or police officer to give two-story vehicle to escort a truck from Rossville all the way to Painesville. Then what else are we talking about? What else is this government denying? It's a government official vehicle which can be used to protect us, can be used to escort trucks. Then what else are we talking? What else? The federal government is involved with the truck. He did not even stop there by escorting. He also made an confession that senior government officials person is not to come to our office. And today, the heads are on no shit. And it's on our water. He came out. He been there for days. Nobody knows. Who knows whether there's somebody drops the truck? So, as many guys just get to this place to come and destroy our country. I want to talk to our community brothers who are now dejected and frustrated that they used to come to power. You can like a process in 30 years. Somewhere around 2023, the first around here was drug issue to play with. That's the day. What is it telling you? To keep my mind with the Lord. This program is history and it is a matter of time. That's what on the very day President we are declaring that he's coming back, all of the opinion pool on zero platform are now there proof and indicating that President coming out. So 2029. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's the voice of Spencer Mohammed. Let's talk to another person. Good afternoon. Yeah, patience. Welcome.
The government is serious trouble. And this is not Mr. Matare say is stand for city. Don't people say them Mr. Matare because they been to all that street will happen in your government. You know, we never saw in the past government, we happen in the present government, the experience government. Mr. Dime is very real. When Bakashiran need come on in the city, who will go arrested? Who will go arrested? I can recall, I will not call the media in one of your sister stations, I call the media in. I think last year or year before last, there is some Nicky White trust that he was accused. They generally place court for him. They make you a baby wasting on the show. I think that we hear say your Nicky trust that they based on nameless. You see that now be pray to count the media and say, yeah, he's going to. They generally ask you, we always hear your Nicky trust, but so can clear your staff. I mean, what they make you on the show? You see that now be pray, Mr. Nime, you have to waste my power and say, yeah, you wait. You not here?
No, I haven't seen it.
People that can baffle, people that can do business when they didn't want to be the news. But I mean, will not take the airway to say, yeah, for him just no. Because the mayor says you get him into that thing. It can't happen. Oh, West Coast can never count to say, I wish that somebody is just doing it, or it's going to somebody like probably go and find out. But Mr. Nime, they meant to all, that's surprise to me. But Mr. Mazale is the same, but they don't know. They made it so us really happy, and what happened? Now in that government, we get airport, we get people, we get transport. The transport now is looking at you up there.
Okay.
You see what's going on? Mr. Nime, the official here inside the government on that bureau for official to be involved in just. Mr. Nime, the government, I can always say, my bad, nothing will come in the government. Trust me.
Okay, patience. Thank you.
Nothing will accept for the man. So, your man president is a terrible thing in our country. Thank you.
Thank you, patience. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to the minister.
Good afternoon.
You didn't tell us your name anyway.
I said I'm not going to come my name.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
What has changed? Nothing has changed. Our administration was the employee in charge of trust. Then today, if according to them are saying that people from the past regime were found natural issues, whereas that means that when people tell us to protect how they can be brutalized, then if you think any of the former official of government were part of nature issue. We haven't seen the actual national arguing and vintage video behind here restricting into parents and look at the distance for St. Domingue Hospital where the girls were found. How many officials of government key room that live in a clinical area where the girls were found? And today, the father will bill for children that soon our forefathers for the men of the country that he came back to the president that have been put in the step for the 6 years to do while that he saw us as a country. And because you see the work of person, we are going down to the treatment. You're not even speaking about the country for the why don't blame them, they men. I blame those who feel like you were better than other people.
Okay.
So who serve as president by president. The great show nothing. He lives on the country.
Okay.
He's stealing from the common people. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, my dear people that we know. And thank to my brother sister Esther for the effort and also to our people in the USA for the recognitions for the public. And Robert. I don't you this.
Hello? Poka, are you there? Poka, are you there?
Yeah.
You finished giving all the big introduction, then you just went off again?
I'm here. People we know.
Okay, take your 1 minute. Go ahead. Let's hear you, Poka. Go ahead.
I appreciate the funeral family for being very steadfast in the process, for capturing the process of the Liberian Israel. That many radio station, it's happening to see them growing for this and discussing brown stuff. And discussing seriously our model. The children have been in the street. You know, when they political go with drugs free and you see our sister will be let's say in borders with drug infection, you know the consequences we will go to. You know the consequences that people sitting and look at and you people there.
Oh my God, Poka, you went off the line. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Let's talk to this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm better. I don't know what to do here. The Papa in the government is too much.
You got to lower your radio. You're giving us feedback. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah? You okay?
Go ahead.
All right. You're calling out when you think my government.
Why do you why you say civilian government in the country? Why you want a military government?
You see selling as well as street. That's what matters really. African government democratic we are not democratic. Strong.
So democracy according to you is for the Westerners?
Yes, enough for us.
Enough for all, eh?
Enough for the black.
Okay.
Military good for Africa. So we just been with one military going.
No, we're not gonna push for that. We don't want any coup in this country because we know.
I know coup business.
But you think how the military would take over and they gotta take the president?
That is step down. I'm on no problem. That is step down.
Okay, thank you very much. You think the military would just jump up in the barracks and go take power? Yeah, they got to remove the president.
We don't even want that.
Exactly.
That's not what we want.
Yeah, we're not pushing for a military takeover in this country. You know, we went through that and we know what it did to us as a country. Let's talk to you. Hello. All right, I will have to let you go. You call with feedback. You think I can keep you on the line? You call with feedback. You can be my who say you call with feedback. I'll cut you off. Y'all want to destroy people's ears for nothing. Let me talk to this person. Hello? Hello? Yeah, hello.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's hear you have 1 minute. What is on your mind about what we're talking? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, what Mama have to do with what we do. You see, our country is polluted with all kinds of things. For this thing, when it's polluted with the drugs. But the issue about all this is the people who create the drugs or the law that we're making, we call it lawmakers. These are the people that create the problem for us. You know, they are not making law again.
The way the church police leader, they call the president. Anything the president say to them, that they go back. So then the Muslim, that the PN, that the early trust, that the come on, talking about, come on, we will call their name. But we will call their name.
You know someone there? You you know someone there? I say you know someone there, or you say all of them? But send the police. He called someone there. You want to call someone there? So I agree now. I agree with all the things that you're saying. So you able to call some of the people where you know her inside, ne? Okay, thank you very much. Let's talk to this person.
Oh,
Hello.
that's good.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
But what is talking about here is that the government not so well. So have two systems of in the country. The first is Nigeria. Therefore, almost 40 million. Of the power of million. They are not so good at our situation. Which one of them, which one of the kids is gospel? Because we still want to know the question. They are not telling us how many questions have been on to that for the second one. Now, I've listened to some of them saying the education that is asked of the official over on the paper. He got too much of the first job. The past government official was there. Hey man, if you can both basically carry city help all of that, four times a night. That government official that will be in the front job, when they will be there, even from their brother and brother, just for them already. Not let us solve this. It's very, very good of friend. You'll be proud of it. Listen to the court record. They said, send it to the poll. You people brought up Katia into the country. If you were black, or you can't see, or you don't know what's going on, the government is responsible. They just don't want to do a record that want to continue to get there. Right? All those guys is there. Well, whatsoever. That's also backflip. They need a great one, and then it's making backflip. They want to get to the two.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me take this person. Calling on the WhatsApp line. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, you know why I'm taking you on this line?
Oh,
Because you are and only deadlines restricted for people outside Liberia.
yeah, it's true. Because we know, I don't want your people to
Okay, so I'm not going to take you. I'm not going to take you on this call again, Poka. Thank you. Let me give you.
Okay, no problem.
Let me give you your 1 minute. Go ahead.
No, thank you very much for people who know for the prayer and great, how to call it, a privilege. As I was saying, people who know, as I stated earlier, Mr. Walker have to be very sincere to his conscience and do the reporting by the people that he manifested during the campaign period. He had deviated and he continued to deviate from what he said. Mr. Walker said he can't afford trust as the accused forced that because you have a brilliant trust. Now, Mr. Walker's, the thing is clear. This morning on your sister show, the guy that was working in Walker office as he was a vice president, the men narrated clearly that Walker's son, people will know that Jojo is not in the country now. Jojo is not in the country where Jojo has been one of the main accused of the political part and parcel of the drug issue. Jojo are not in the country. And Walker, a woman had a serious exchange about her son. It was clarity. No, nothing about even fake story here. Clearly, the guy narrated that story in the morning, and he said, if I lie, Jojo is not in the country, no, I'm in the country, because Katrina Parker sent her son, say, go, move on here, go west. And Mr. Parker, if you want to follow your job, I beg you, don't put my son in for my inside. That's a clarity. And Mr. Parker telling all you tell arrest or the police people, the local pain, they think that funny when you tell me will listen to you. We are not fool, Mr. Parker. Don't take our leadership to be. They say we are a fool. Don't take our or quietness to be our weakness. We are telling Mr. Parker that he do the appropriate thing by bringing his son to board. We are very glad. And apart from that, even the hierarchies. The hierarchy that when he needs to come talk that in the executive, let Mr. Parker do the Mr. Parker know who is involved in the executive and who is involved by the higher heart. He knows about it.
Thank you, Poka. Thank you very much. That's very brilliant of you, our man, Poka Robert. Let me take this person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's hear your name and you take your one meaning.
This is the common for chairman. My name is Timo Piweli, and I join you from Four Guinea District 4. Some of the compare and some of justice.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Even we now the issue of justice is serious, and then we don't trust this current leaders in their leadership or because they are compromised. They are compromised. The president's all is linked to this job issue. And everything is still authenticated by the senior boss. So as that, don't trust them to give us the kind of investigation we need to get the root cause and the bottom of what is going on. People how we know, go on the page of the BBC, go on their website. There is a documentary program called for our own correspondence. Go find out that program. Ecuador now is used as a transit point for the cocaine that is coming from Peru and Colombia to care for the US. They're throwing Ecuador and not taking no cookie, but because their country is used as a transit zone, as a transit country, what's what is happening in Ecuador? BBC is reporting that 9,000 youth lost their lives as a result of cocaine trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
BBC is reporting that children as young as 12 are recruited by gang members.
I've been following the news. I'm aware. Even they spoke about Colombia and Peru. You know, they are the two most cocaine. Yeah, Peru and Colombia.
Colombia, BBC is claiming to be the war number one. And they are using Ecuador and what is happening in Ecuador. We are seeing Ecuador is almost like a failed state now. The government is in control there. So if you are using a drug now, when we say it's a whole drug, not taking cocaine, don't pay get money for cocaine like drug. Yes, but they are using a drug for just the point.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we got to go, folks. We don't have that time in our favor, so we got to go. And before we go, I'd like to call on the superintendent of Monserrato, Bryant, and the governor of the borough of Newcretown, Robert Thier. Robert B. Thier, governor of the borough of Newcretown, and the superintendent of Monserrato. The elections are over. The community elections are over in the borough of Newcretown. And out of the 28 communities, 27 were certificated. And the Noapanto community is yet to be certificated because after the results was announced that a team won the election, at the verge of certification, they were being denied. So, folks, we see chaos creeping in the Noapanton community. I am hearing from the folks because they are saying their leaders must be installed. Failure on the part of the superintendent of Monserrato and the governor. Well, anything happening, well, that the police will go to people rescue. So we are only saying this, that if the elections result was given and somebody won, why don't you certificate the person? We've been told that some foul play is in the making. So we're only trying to say this so that our people will know what is unfolding in that part of Liberia, Newcretown, the Noir Panton community. So, Mr. Governor and your boss, who is the superintendent of Monserrato, Mr. Bryant, this is the situation. So, if you guys can do anything about it, when anything happening over there, you're the one who will come for the people say. They will come for you. So thanks to all of you for being there today on the Monday's edition of the program from the Print News. This program is brought to you by Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Old Road, Smart Road Junction, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. We'll be back here, God's willing, tomorrow, Esther Daku and I. Until then, do have a pleasant